Yes, people, welcome back to Chelsea Perspective. Welcome back to another pre-game show on Chelsea Perspective. More importantly, Happy New Year to all of us. All God bless us all, and may all our best wishes, may all our good wishes come true in 2023. Thank you so much. We had, again, I'm sure some of us, all of us, we do know a lot of people who, unfortunately, for one reason or the other, did not make it into this year. But again, once more, God bless us all. Again, it's a new year, fresh start. The first day of the rest of our lives, if you want to say it that way. Again, Happy New Year to you all again. Welcome back to Chelsea Perspective. I hope you're all doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show if you've done so already. So thank you so much. As it is always on Chelsea Perspective, I will start by getting what we already have in the chat. Saying hello to people there because it's always, we keep it interactive here. It's all about it's about the panelists. Panelists is about also again those in the chat. More importantly, just 1 second. I saw something about the backstage, but I have to take care of something quickly. And as usual, it is my brother Ty. Ty, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well, brother.
Yeah, and my day has gotten better now that Spurs are 2-0 down against Villa.
Oh yeah. that's really good for us, man. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that to happen. I think Unai Emery, that's the coach of Aston Villa, right? All right, let's see. What do we have here? The Maya Flower list again now.
Good evening.
Good evening. Yeah, he's a good manager, underrated, really. Now we have a defender who's good. Benoit by Deshale. Deal agreed, not announced yet. Total agreement said again. The both parties have total agreement. Blessings on the channel. Blessings to you, to Bobby Fairview. I will never forget you're one of those that started following when we're still a channel. We were in the community then about 100 followers again at that point. But nice to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. Your short called the lineup big up. Yeah, again, I didn't expect that. I sensed something is probably wrong about Trevor Chalobah. I'm not sure what it is right now, but I think it may have to do with his fitness, or he has a bit of a knock, but just have to be part of the lineup in case. Happy New Year, Kochi. Happy New Year, C. Agommo. Nice to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. AB says, big up to you too, AB. Again, Happy New Year to us all. It's been a while. I miss you all. I miss you too, brother. Thank you so much. We're a family here. Happy New Year, says AB. Happy New Year, coach, everyone. Smash the like button. Yes, people, keep liking the video if you haven't. Take a second to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Happy New Year, everyone. It's Kami. Nice to see you, brother. Happy New Year to you too. And Santiago Munoz, Happy New Year to you, brother. I hope you're doing well. Thank you all. We get into the show proper. And don't forget, we'll do a watch along after this show on the same channel. We've decided to continue doing Chelsea related watch alongs on Chelsea Perspective. Then all the clubs that has game, we can take it to the other channel. Ty, looking at the lineup immediately, just nearly the same thing. But do you think this is really the structure?
I don't really think it's exactly like that. I think it's more of a. I think it's 2-6, more just in front of the two of them, and you have the three up top.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really sure if it's gonna be Mount playing that deep. I think it'll be right in front of Jorginho and Zakaria, and then maybe then you have where some alterations happen with Pulisic, Havertz, and Sterling.
Yeah, so more like a 4-2-3-1. But the truth is, whatever happens, it will be a hybrid approach where when we're attacking, it will be a three at the back structure. Again, let's look at the lineup and let's just call them out. Again, Kaparis of Alaga between the sticks, the two center backs, Kulubali and Silva on the left, Kukurea, who did well the last time, Cesar Spliqueta on the right-hand side for obvious reasons being out. Jorginho centrally, that is for believing that this is going to be the structure of formation, if you prefer. To his right, Dennis Zakaria, continuation there. He did quite well again. Though again, the disposition led to him getting a lower rating than every other person that was on the pitch on the day. But he was brilliant. Well, you could say one of the reasons why we didn't concede on that day. And his left mount, centrally Kai Havertz, keeping his place, which makes sense. If it's not broken, don't fix it. So his right, Raheem Sterling, Christian Pulisic to his left, and on the bench. And for this guys, Ty, anybody that you know that well that you're concerned about here, Taiwo Awoniyi, as long as I know he's powerful, he's strong, can bully defenders, I'm not too concerned about him really. But let's see other things. One thing, the bench. Let's look at the Chelsea bench. Hakim Ziyech is back. Omari Hutchinson is on the bench. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang on the bench. Connie Chukwuemeka on the bench. Conor Gallagher on the bench. Lewis Hall. Matteo Kovacic, Trevor Chalobah, Marcos Bettinelli. Let me see. Yeah, Trevor Chalobah is there, but I'm not sure why we're not mixing up the center back of having a younger player, a youth and experience there. I'm not sure. Again, I mean, you could say Graham Potter took his time to think about it, and if this is his preferred back for a reason, I'm not sure why. But yeah, let's look at the injury there. Injuries there. Obviously, again, Wesley Fofana, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, calf injury, a few weeks. Wow. Rich James, knee injury, late January. N'Golo Kante, hamstring, late February. Eduardo Mendy injured a few weeks. I heard it's something about a broken bone or something. I'm not sure. Ben Chilwell, hamstring injury, a few weeks. Armando Broya, late August. Wow, that's some time. But that's by the way. Again, yeah.
How long is the season then?
Yeah, till the end of the season. So he starts again when next season starts, or with the preseason. Again, this one says, let me catch up with what we have in the chat. More of 4-3-3. Do you think that is? If it is 4-3-3, I don't think. I think he'd prefer using again. I'm not sure. I don't trust the structure really. Until the game starts, we'll find out. Because I'm not sure really. It's not clear. But we'll see what happens. I'm not sure. We played 4-3-3 in the last game. Was it really 4-3-3? Okay. Happy New Year.
It wasn't.
Was it? Yeah, I think it was a hybrid approach, more of 4-2-3-1. And then sometimes with the back three, if we're attacking, but for defending, it goes back. So I'm not sure. Some people thought it was a 4-3-3 structure. But let's see. Happy New Year. Let's trust the process. We've got a structure in place. And Chelsea would dominate again, but that it would take a while before that starts. We'll start seeing that dominance really. Chelsea go and win this match for us. Yep, we need to start the new year very well. Yo, Bucky Santos, thank you so much for finding the time to join the show. We got a defender coach. But the Shield, I heard that. But the Shield, a good signing for us. Honestly, we need these 3 points to again. Not less a 3 from this game. Yeah, we need to win this one because you could say this is the second winnable game. Before the game we have lined up, we will play Manchester City, I think 2 games in a row or so. Plus, Liverpool isn't far away. Again, on what date? I'm not sure the dates. Yeah, but it will happen again within a short time. Broski says, "I watch along today." Yeah, this particular channel, not on Soccer Perspective. I want a Kinkai on the score sheet again. I think he's capable of doing that. I think it's going to be a 4-2-3-1. That's what I'm thinking too. But let's see what happens. Thank you so much for that. So, Ty, would you have done anything differently here, given that Kovacic is back, Hakim Ziyech is back, or just maybe he's learned to reformers? Because she could say all the players at the last match, they all did very well to an acceptable measure, really. Even the worst player on the pitch on that day did very good. So would you have done anything differently? We have Kovacic, we have Hakim Ziyech available. Trevor Chalobah is on the bench, and again, nobody has told us that he's sick, ill, or again, he's injured or anything. But Ty, would you have done anything different? And if you're in the chat, let us know if you would have done anything differently too.
No, I wouldn't. I don't think that we could have. I think if Kovacic is back, I think it's a case where we probably see what happens when players come back from playing with their country. So
Hmm.
they don't really come out the same, and it takes some time to readjust back to the tempo of the way that their club plays. So I think it would be better to ease him back in and bring him off the bench rather than start him. And I think based on the way Zakari was playing and Jorginho, I think it looks normal. It looked fine. There were some shaky moments, but I don't really think much should have been changed there. And the attack actually worked well. There was a lot of fluidity there, so I don't really think we should change that. And Sterling is picking up in performance. I'm hoping that continues. And Pulisic was just missing a goal. He was weighing the ball and he was able to press forward. He just wasn't able
Yeah,
to
I agree with you. The
finish.
only thing Pulisic didn't do on the day was score a goal. He could have had two.
Yeah. So
Yeah, again,
I wouldn't do anything different.
go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying I wouldn't do anything. I'll just promote giving players who deserve it and starting players based on merit.
Yeah, and again, in other words, rewarding performance really. It makes sense. Plus, I think if we want to get the best of Zakaria, he showed on two occasions what he's capable of doing for us, which means we should try to play him consistently at least 2, 3 games. The next games are cup games. I think we should still play him to see if he regains the form again he showed when he was in Germany. I think that could still happen, and that will go a long way for us at the remainder of the season. The Spurs losing a Chelsea win will be a good news. A good New Year's Day. Yeah, it will be. We don't even need a draw. We need to win this one. We're capable of winning this one at least on paper. But again, the game is played for 90 minutes. Let's see what happens then. Kovacic and Ziyech are good subs, but please, God, again, it needs to be at 65th minutes to freshen up. It needs to be perfectly timed. Again, yeah. I'm concerned as to how sometimes Graham Potter takes some time to make changes and then sometimes makes the wrong changes. But that's why the way, Bobby, coming to you, your thoughts on the lineup. Would you have done anything differently, or you think this is just perfect? And then big up you, Happy New Year to you too first.
Yeah, Happy New Year, guys. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
It's so difficult to have an opinion, too much of an opinion on Chelsea's lineup.
Hmm.
Um, we still have, you know, many injuries, key injuries. We are still in the process of building the squad, um, and it's hard to really know where to go from here. To be honest, is this the best we can do for now? It looks that way. Um, I wasn't too happy about seeing Aspie playing right back. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I don't know, but I think I was wondering if he couldn't dip into the development squad and pick up one of the kids there.
Hmm.
Um, it seems more or less a repetition of how we started against Bournemouth, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we just have to wait and see. That's the attitude I have these days. I really don't know what to expect. What I know is we have to win. We have to win. These sort of games, a draw or a loss is not an option.
Yeah, and again, we have to start the year very, very well again on a high by winning getting all 3 points. A draw again to me is unacceptable, and this is a game that on paper we should be winning. Roger, a happy new year. I hope you're recovering very well, brother. Nice to have you on the panel. I was planning on reaching out just to ask how you're doing. Yeah, but again, just 1 second. Let me get this one. Let's hope we'll fill everything we need at this window. I don't see who's for the future. We need players who can perform now. I think what you're trying to say for me, I think I'm the same. I think we're set for the long term future. But where my concern is the short term future. Hopefully, we'll sort that out as soon as possible. Benoit Badiashile to Chelsea. Here we go. Okay. Thank you for that news. So coming to you, Roger, first of all, I hope you're recovering very well. Your thoughts on the lineup? Would you have done anything differently given we have Kovacic back? We also have what's his name? Hakim Ziyech back. But if you think this is the best we can do, why? If you think you would have done anything differently, let us know.
Happy New Year, chaps. And
Happy
to
New Year.
everyone listening. I think the lineup, I totally concur with Bobby once more. I mean, shocking, very shocking indeed, that news. I would have maybe rested Silva and maybe started Chalobah. That's the only thing, because I don't want him playing too much. But you're right, we have cup games next, so maybe he doesn't play in the next cup games. This is a must-win. I mean, on paper, it should be a 4-5-0 on paper. I saw United, I think, was it United that beat them 3-0? Someone just did, and it was a walk in the park. So you would hope that would transpire. I like the fact that I like the formation 4-3-3 or /4-2-3-1, whichever it may be.
Do you really think this is the structure? Really, Zakaria playing on the right hand side? I think it doesn't make any sort of sense to me. And I'd be surprised if this is the structure really, with Mason Mount playing this deep instead of the number 10 role.
Right, it's probably exactly a 4-2-3-1 perhaps, but you never know. Those are small technicalities, in the big picture of things. I get what you're doing. You're going down from a 5,000-foot level to a ground level, so I get that. Really good news though. Tottenham's down 2-0 to Aston Villa.
Yeah, big news for us. Yeah.
So the football
and Newcastle drew yesterday, didn't they?
Indeed.
So that increases our chances of getting back into the top 4 position. Yeah. But go ahead.
When you look where we are mathematically, we're actually not that bad. From the very top 2, perhaps, but top 4, not really. It's not like we're 20 points below. No, we're in contention for top 4. Do I think we make it? That's debatable. But if we get people back healthy, like a Reece James, like a Kante, like if we do get Enzo, etc., and we get a bit of luck, we can make a deep run, hopefully, even with an English manager.
Yeah, but coming back to the lineup, you think you wouldn't have done anything differently?
No, I don't believe so. I mean, who are we going to put instead of Aspi? Seriously, who is there to play? Listen, he reads the game well. I know his legs have gone. He's been a great servant. He's won everything you can. Is he a liability to a certain extent? But
we could support. He can get the job done. We've seen that at the World Cup, even at Chelsea. Yeah, go ahead.
Exactly, sir. I don't see that as a red alarm flashing. I'm just worried about Silva. We have to limit his minutes. That's all. Hopefully, if we can get a quick lead and then sub him off if we're 3-0 up, etc. And maybe put Chalobah in there, because we need to wrap him up in cotton wool, because he's someone that we cannot afford to lose. It's plain and simple. He is vital to us. He reads the game so well. Without him, we're nowhere, to be honest with you. So that's my concern. Other than that, listen, you're looking at Pulisic, you're looking at Sterling. These chaps have to shine. These chaps have to score. They have to cross the ball. They have to provide. They have to do everything that they're paid to do. They have to excel. They have to make these boys look like schoolboys, because otherwise this is one of the poorest teams in the Premier League. And if Pulisic and Sterling et al. Do not shine, then we have issues. They've played before recently, so let's see what they can do.
Yeah, and again, as long as it is a fluid approach,
exactly.
Raheem Sterling, Kai Havertz, and Pulisic would do well. The issue is if you're playing a traditional number 9, essentially where Kai Havertz is, and they're expected to be his creator, they usually falter. Chance creation isn't really the best thing. But again, kudos to that a delicious pass on the carpet, well weighted by Raheem Sterling. The last
it was gorgeous,
game, I think,
wasn't it?
It was delicious. And the fluidity, you could call it front 4 if we're believing if it was a 4-2-3-1. The fluidity there was just excellent. At times you see Kai in the number 10 position. You see Ramson in centrally, or Pulisic being in the box while Kai is outside the box. I think a fluid approach, I think, helps them. It gives them the platform to perform, the three of them. And just to talk about a little bit of what you said about Thiago Silva, he is so important because he's capable of influencing the game even from deep, the defensive area. In most cases, if you pay attention to his numbers, he has the most vertical passes in terms of which is leading to passes into the final third. He's so pivotal that
I want to see Jorginho make some nice creative passes, like De Bruyne-esque, so to speak. I want to see more of him being direct, and they have to be technically perfect weighted part. I want to see him excel. If he can't excel against this kind of team, then this is a very good barometer. This is a good litmus test for our team to show what they can do. So let's just see. I think the boys would agree with me in that regard.
Yeah. Just quickly, anybody on the panel, Ty, if you want to start, anybody with any information as to why Chalobah isn't starting? Because usually we've seen, again, the balance of Chalobah starting with Koulibaly or Chalobah starting with Silva being a perfect, pairing at the back.
Yeah.
We saw a bit of confusion, some shaky moments during the game against Bournemouth. So anybody has any idea why Chalobah isn't starting? Because I'm not seeing that he's injured or anything, and he didn't go to the World Cup. Had, again, the whole generation to train with Graham Potter. The other two that are starting went to the World Cup. So any ideas why we're not trying to, to mix it up a bit, a youth and experience? Bobby, and if anybody is acquainted with what's going on, please let us know. I'm not sure what's going on there, really. Okay, it doesn't look like anybody knows. Roger, how about you?
Yeah, I'm going to say something, and please don't misinterpret this, but I have concerns about Koulibaly. I love him immensely. I've wanted him to come to Chelsea for years. Did I ever think it would come to fruition? No. But he's one of the top centre-backs in Europe. But there's been a couple of times where I'm thinking, has he fully adjusted to this league? He hasn't. I don't think he's played at the level I anticipated. And I say that with all due respect. I do. He just hasn't played to the level that I thought he was capable of thus far. He's had a couple of good games. It hasn't been consistent. That's all I'm trying to say. So
you're arguing that he hasn't adjusted to the Premier League fully, how many games has he really played in total?
I'd have to go through, but he's played a few. He's played around half.
But at least not. Let's say not up to 20 games.
No, that's true. That's
not even
very
up
true.
to 15.
Honest, I'm open. I'm not. I don't have an agenda. You're right. That's totally right. We have to give him. How shall I put it? You're right. We have to give him a fair sampling rate, and that hasn't been the case. That's why, and it hasn't been consistent. Also, especially with the World Cup. I get that. I concede that. I'm not putting him down. It's just he hasn't quite reached. By the way, that's a final score 2-0 Villa.
Oh, it's looking like Conte may well lose his job. But
Christmas has come, chaps.
So it's up to us now to get.
You get it stopped in the morning.
That is singing, yeah.
Don't quit your daytime job, mate.
I told him he has a good voice. That's the thing. In the group, I told him he has a good voice, and he started arguing against. But here's the thing. Now it's again, you can say it's a bit more pressure on us because usually when you hear they've lost, you have to win. In some cases, but I don't want to go into that. To me, I would say Koulibaly, I think we don't have enough sample size yet. Again, we've seen a mix of, performances from him. Sometimes you see some shaky moments. Sometimes you see where he could have done things differently given his experience. But I think he will get there. There's still time. I think he's a good buy. We've seen him being one of the better passers on the team, actually, with both legs. Even though he's in the defensive area, he wanders into the midfield area. And again, creating chances on a few occasions, really.
Coach,
go ahead.
By the way, Mendy isn't on the bench.
Yeah, but we're learning. Mendy is, again, I think it was Liam Lander told me he has a broken bone or so.
Oh, really? I
it,
wasn't aware of that. I haven't read that anywhere.
Yeah, so it was again. We were thinking maybe again it has to do with his mindset, given again the contract situation, because he wasn't even on the bench against Bournemouth, and that's what we've been complaining about. Nobody educates the fans on what's going on. And like usually under Thomas Tuchel, you'd see him explain why certain players aren't starting and why certain players are on the bench. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, as I said, in the NFL, there's a thing called an injury report that you have to detail every player that's injured, and a couple of teams haven't done that historically, and so like the next week they'll put has a sore throat. You know, they overcompensate, but you're supposed to list in the NFL, and I don't see why, as a fan, I would like to know our whole squad, what is their medical status week in, week out. I would like that to be implemented in that regard, because it does give you an idea of where we stand, you know, and it's fair because every team has to do it. So
yeah, there was a bit of a confusion, people not being sure what was going on. And
I'm really glad to hear that. I'm not glad that he's hurt, but I'm glad to know that his mind's in the game. Listen, if he's got a bone issue, that takes a few weeks to heal. So I like him, coach. You know, he brings certain facets of the game that, you know, other keepers on our squad don't have. I think he's well liked. I think he's a good part of our team. I would like to keep him. I would like to have two top.
No, to me, I wouldn't be selfish. I think
I know I am being selfish.
Given how things has really gone for him at Chelsea.
Yeah.
And plus, again, it's spilled into the World Cup too. I think it may be helpful for him to switch clubs.
I'm just being selfish. You're right.
Yeah, more like hitting the reset button. Really, it does happen sometimes. Hopefully,
he's been a great servant for us. Without him, I don't think we win the European Cup.
He was brilliant during that run. And again,
absolutely
just before
amazing.
I move on to catching up, go ahead, Roger.
Yeah, he was absolutely amazing. It's like I'm being very selfish because I do want him to stay, and I want us to have a very deep team.
Yeah, I don't think the same.
I get it. No, I get it. I'm just being selfish. I'm just looking it through, you know, blinkers on. But for him, yes, of course, I wish him well. He's a gentleman, and he's been a great servant for Chelsea.
Yeah. For me, I would say again, I want him to leave the club just for his own good, and given his status as an Senegalese international, it doesn't make any sort of sense for him to be playing second fiddle to Edouard Mendy. He will walk into some of the Premier League teams, really. To Kepa Arrizabalaga. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to say, I think this is a vital game for Pulisic also. If he can score one or two or assist, then you can see the chances of him going to another team on loan virtually be minimized. You know, I think
he has the opportunity to cement a place in the team.
Yeah, yes, and to know that he's wanted. This is a really important game for him. So was the last one, and they both played. Him and Sterling both played well. But if we do get João Felix, for instance, if we on loan, if we do get other players, he's going to have to really cement his place and make it hard for Potter to choose who is supplemented. Do you understand? So
yeah.
This is a very important game for both these players, Pulisic and Sterling.
Yeah, let me catch up with what we have in the chat. For Bruce Romano's Twitter, here we go for Benoit Badiashile, according to Nemanja Fowole. Bobby Ifevi, my brother here, says we need to make the depth of our bench count. Yeah, I don't think we did that. I think the changes last time were questionable, really. But that's, by the way,
Order.
Chalobah for Aspi, cover for Georgie, Hutchinson for Pulisic, Chukwuemeka for Mount, Ziyech for Sterling. To me, I think something, again, it maybe has to do with his fitness or his nursing and a bit of a knock or an injury. We just don't, and we have to have him there because
hold on. Aspi, is it Chalobah as a right back?
I mean, he can do that as the game winds down. It's not like it's his favorite, maybe because it's a hybrid approach, really. But I get the argument. But if you wanted to say anything, Ty, go ahead to say that.
Or does it be okay? Oh, as substitutions, I was wondering.
If again, I think we'll get to see Omari Hutchinson. That is, if we're winning the game convincingly. Or there's a chance also if things aren't going our way and the players on the pitch are doing so badly, Graham Potter may well decide to give him a chance. But I hope it is the first. I hope it's a case where, again, we're winning convincingly And again, why not throw him into the fold again? Give him confidence too, because I'm sure he's going to start at the cup games. Sorry,
and then he scores.
And then he scores. Yeah, exactly. Again, coming to Christian Pulisic. This is 2 games in a row that he's starting. If he does well in this particular game, chances are he gets to start the next one too. Except if the manager decides to arrest him because it's a cup game and playing in the Premier League match, that may well happen. Asking J5 to be more direct. It's like asking my mom to pack my car straight.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Are you sure you're gonna go to heaven or have at Kai Hat? You have to ask for forgiveness for this one, really.
Brutal.
Yeah, but the truth is, if we're being honest, I think Roger, you've also talked about that. Jorginho has actually been more progressive under Graham Potter. The whole team, really. Yeah. I think he's been more progressive under Graham Potter. Have tried again to create chances more than he did under Thomas Tuchel, who often opt for a more reserved approach, picking and choose when we attack.
But that's by the way more today, though.
Yeah. Happy New Year, my fellow Blues. Happy New Year to you too, Glenn. I hope you're doing well. And please, if you're watching, if you haven't, take a second to drop a like on the stream and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't, we made it to 7,000 subscribers the other day. Now we're at 7,129. And it's looking like we're going to get to 8,000 as soon as possible. So, yeah, Happy New Year to us. Potter is a bad coach for Chelsea. Potter out this night after lose with Forest 2-0. Wow. Okay. Aziz BG Italia. I hope we don't lose. Even if Potter is a bad coach, I hope we continue winning. It's as simple as that. Chelsea is a club that I support. And I'm supporting Graham Potter because he's Chelsea's manager. I press my golden buzzer. Big up, brother. Yeah. Big up, guys. Again, thank you. And then big up to you too, Chelsea OG. I hope you're doing well, brother. If you have time, do share the links to your channel so people can go check it out. Ty, please do the same. For bad Potter coach ZX subs, it needs to be at the 80th to 85th minute.
I just saw the profile. I was like, God, they look like twins.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Chalobah played right back for the youth team quite a lot, to be honest. He's a very versatile player. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Hello to you, to Kimso. Happy New Year to you. I hope you're doing well. Happy New Year, Coach 2023, 15K sub. Thank you so much for saying that, brother. Much love to you. We're a community now. We're no longer a channel. And more love, respect. We keep it civil. And again, anybody that crosses the line, usually you know what we do. So again, much respect and love to you, Coach. I don't want Lukaku again in Chelsea. He's rejecting Chelsea now. Don't bring him back. Nobody's going to bring him back. I'm sure even Bolly knows. Again, he's very divisive, really. Look at he's given another interview saying some nonsense about his relationship with Thomas Tuchel. No details though, but indirectly, you say to yourself, what the heck did he say to Bolly? But that's, by the way,
just ruined my day with
Lukaku is finished. Sorry?
Imagine if Lukaku had a hand to playing Tuchel sacking.
Yeah, that's a chance. That may well be the case, but we don't know. Yeah, again, they rotated him with Livramento and Kimso. Really? Now, Rodrigo, just quickly coming to you. Happy New Year to you, brother. I hope you're enjoying the festive period and the new year. May all your good wishes come true, and not again all your bad wishes. I hope they don't come true. But that's, by the way, your thoughts on the lineup. Would you have done anything differently?
No,
Kova is back. Ziyech is back. And do you think this is the structure? But go ahead.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done anything different. One, I've been criticizing Potter a lot. The fact that he keeps changing lineup, he keeps changing formation. I want him.
So he's your friend now.
Exactly. No, I'm not his friend, but when someone does something that you've been criticizing him on, I mean, you have to be really bad to carry on criticizing a person.
Coach, I'm happy. Rodrigo needs a retina test. I don't believe it's him.
It's 2023. So yeah, but I'm happy with the lineup. I'm happy trying this back four. I think I don't see a hybrid approach in this one.
It is really. It is that what it is. It's still a hybrid approach because pay attention to the volley game. When we attack, it is usually I think Silva centrally, Koulibaly to the right, and Cucurella to the left. Why? Again, it depends on where the structure of the back three depends on where we're attacking from.
But go
ahead.
Yeah, that's all right. I think I'm happy with the lineup. I wouldn't have changed anything. I'm frustrated with Aspie, but I realized we don't really have anyone. People are calling for Chalobah to play there, but really, I mean, we could play Chalobah. I mean, yeah, but that's the only thing. That's the only little question I have. But in terms of everyone else, that's correct. Yeah, that's
Coach,
perfect.
it sounds like Rodrigo, but I don't know. I need a retina test.
Twin brother. Probably his twin brother.
Yeah, this is artificial intelligence. It doesn't sound.
No, I think he
Happy
showed
New
his
Year, Rodrigo.
ID. His ID. He said when he said he's always criticized Graham Potter for how he is chopping and changing the team. But go ahead, Rodrigo, if you haven't dropped.
So he keeps the same lineup. Very good. I want to see the intensity because you know how we started against Bournemouth. I really liked it, but I didn't enjoy the second half was horrible. So hopefully it doesn't mean we start the way we ended the second half.
He's back.
I hope they. Yeah, because otherwise, I mean, come on. And we signed what's this guy? Badishile now. So
yeah. Good news for us.
Because we're all waiting for Enzo.
And the right back. Who cares about Badishile?
Sorry.
No, I'm saying when you compare Badishile news and Enzo news, it's gonna be who cares about Badishile? We want Enzo.
Who cares about Badishile, man? Bring me Enzo.
Yeah, Enzo again. I hope we're planning to use him in the attacking area because he's going to do more for us. Defensively, he's not the best, but that's some talent, really. Let's see what Graham Potter does with him. But that's, by the way, let's again try and get some of the stuff we have here.
My eyes on Pulisic. My eyes again is on Pulisic. Like what I think Ty said. You need to perform today. So
he need to be consistent. Do you think? Just quickly, you sound like as if you didn't think he did well in the last game.
He played the first half. He played well-ish. It was I don't know if you guys did a rating. It was maybe 7 out of 10 in the first half. Because most of our attack, actually, it's not really his fault. Because most of our attack was on the other side. He didn't really impose himself as much. Because obviously, when you have Reece James and Sterling on one wing, the instinct is to always go to them. So he didn't receive the ball as much, but whenever he did, I felt like he did all right. He didn't lose the ball. He didn't fall off like he usually does. And yeah,
so true.
Fall off what?
That's a valid point.
Here's the thing. I think that the way he hits the deck is the least of my concern, really. I think once he's actually one of the best wingers we have at the club, if we're being honest, because with him, you get him not shying away from taking on his man. You get him running on just again, as long as he stays fit, he always gets into the box.
One more thing, I was Sterling smiling. He looked like he enjoyed. He looked like he was, like a kid in the park. The way he played against Bournemouth, he looks like he.
Yeah, he enjoyed himself and he did very well. Roger won't be happy that he didn't have much to add to his spreadsheet of attempted dribbles from Raheem Sterling that he didn't complete. Yeah, but that's by the way, really. Again, everybody, they all did again perform to an acceptable measure, and that's fine to see. And here is the link to TyTalks YouTube channel. If you haven't, go check it out. And believe me, I'm serious when I say you will thank me later. It's not a joke. It's not a joke when I say you will thank me later if you go check out TyTalks YouTube channel. And I urge you to go do that. Okay, you see, his pastor is actually coming in to say, okay, very true. Well, again, Roger likes to preach about Ty channel because he enjoys his content.
Yeah, it's insightful.
But that's by the way. Yeah, we move on. To Wally Waldo saying I'd play experience in the right back position first, then bring on a Charlo for Aspie at around 70 to 75th minute. It depends again on how much works what again that Aspie does. Aspie one-on-one is still one of the best. Pace is what he lacks right now. And I heard somebody argue that his crosses are actually awful. I think he's one of the best crossers we have in the team, actually. If you paid attention to when we had Morata in the team, not even Morata, other attackers, he puts in some good crosses. But if he can be protected very well, I think he will be the least of a concern at the end of the day.
That's not as of late, Coach. That's not as of late. That lately his crosses have been, shall we say, subpar.
Yeah, that's the truth. We need a right back. Tottenham lost. We need to win. Yep, again, yep, clowns. Hello guys, happy new year. CFC 3-0 escape me tracks. I hope that happens. I just really would like to see that happen. But thank you anyway. If you're just joining, if you haven't, we have just 25 likes, and this is just a very short show. Please take a second to drop a like on the stream and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Let's look at all the things we have to look at here. Head to head, where is it again? Where do I find it? Just give me 1 second before all the thing. Team form, really. Woo. Oh my goodness. This is scary.
This is pointer.
Whatever.
You can't go by that though.
Sorry?
Is it
Can't go by that.
No, it still, again, it still comes into play. What were you saying, Rodrigo?
It's a 6-pointer.
Yeah. Exactly. That's funny because it's actually true for Nottingham.
Oh my goodness! Look at them
That's
again.
funny.
But again, the good thing is that if we're going by the last game, they lost again 3-0 to Manchester United. We won 2-0. But if we're looking beyond that, again, they had they beat Blackburn Rovers. That must be a cup game or a friendly. Valencia. These two must be cup games, right?
Friendly.
This one most definitely a friendly. This could be cup game or a friendly. I'm not sure. But otherwise, I think they've been poor too. But let's see what happens. I hope, again, I don't want to see. I don't want a situation where at the end of the day we'll be going, Charity FC, because on paper this one is 3 points for us. And for head to head, we've met how many times? Is it just 3 times?
Yeah.
Professionally. There is
Professionally, yeah. Thank you, Ty, for saying that. And we've won all 3. Yeah, I hope Charity FC doesn't come into play because it's an easy mentality of the player. I think that's what you could say defines Charity FC. Thinking, okay, we've won this one.
Aren't they the last English team to win back-to-back European Cups?
Yeah.
Yep. I think it's
Really, they have such strong history.
So do you
They won
understand?
it back to back. I think it was 1960 something and 1970 something.
Oh, it was
What European Cup in particular?
The big one.
Champions League.
Champions League.
So Coach,
Nottingham Forest have won the Champions League
Twice. Back to back.
And they won. I think they won it first at. I know that they won one of them on the Bayern Munich Stadium. I remember that.
So Coach,
Remember that?
yeah,
I
they
know
did.
that.
So this is what happened. They got promoted from what we call the Champions League now.
Yeah.
It was the second division to the first division. They get promoted. They win the first division, which is called the Premier League now. Then they win the Champions League. And then as defending champions, they return again and they win it again. This is a team that just got promoted. And
what happened? Really?
They were amazing.
But we're here to talk Chelsea.
Because we had Brian Clough as the manager. He was an amazing manager.
Lord.
It was
I think I'm going to do a did you know shot to educate people on that because many people don't know.
It was
This is my era.
It was a maverick.
He was, and he was not an FA man. He was not. That's why he never got the England job. He wasn't a yes.
But people are saying I was watching the documentary. He had the guy called Peter Taylor. He did. When Peter Taylor left him because he did the same story with Derby County. He took them
exactly. They came from Derby together. Yeah,
won the league. Yeah, but when
they were amazing.
He lost a lot of I don't know. He lost his mojo when Peter Taylor.
They made a good team. He was the manager.
Thank you so much for educating me. I think I need to learn more about that, really. They have a very strong history. Maybe somebody should buy them and keep them in the Premier League. And the mayor forward an opportunity for Chelsea to win, please win to overcome spots. Yeah, I think let me look at the table quickly. If we win, are we going to overleap them?
No, we're not.
Okay, but we'll come back to looking at the table in a bit. Ty, were you saying something?
No, I was saying that it was 1979 and 1980.
Yeah.
Wow. And no English club has done that ever since winning back-to-back.
I remember
Champions
watching
League.
it live. Yeah.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Yeah, they had a lot of very functional players.
was an amazing
Tony
team.
Woodcock, Viv Anderson.
Yeah,
Wow.
Viv Anderson. Remember Viv?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They had Peter Shilton in goal.
Yeah, Peter, amazing, my hero.
Yeah.
What was that?
They
They
put
short
Trevor
ginger-haired guy.
Francis.
Who's a
the next
short-haired
season.
guy? Archibald or something. They had a midfielder that was really short. I think he was
Did
Scottish.
Martin O'Neill play for them? Martin O'Neill.
Yeah, Martin O'Neill.
Yeah, I think so.
Trevor
He
Frank.
did. He was part of that squad.
First
Martin,
million-pound player.
he coached Aston Villa, right?
Yeah, and by the way, that comment is wrong. Aston Villa have only got one Champions League in 81.
Yes, they have one.
Oh, not two.
No.
But maybe they won another European Cup or so. I don't know. But that's, by the way. Let's look at the let's look at again at the insights here. Nottingham, they ranked 19th in goals scored per match. 0.7 goals. I think we're better in that aspect. We're ranked 12th in goals scored per match. 1.3. Okay, that's some hope. And they haven't kept. Yeah, very. But again, at least we're better than them in that aspect. We're 12th.
Oh, that's funny.
They haven't. Sorry, Ty.
That's funny. You said, but I think we have a better one. But it's actually, but our side is horrible still.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still horrible still, but we're better in that aspect. They haven't kept a clean sheet in 5 matches. Okay, I don't. Yeah, we don't have anything to measure them there. Unbeaten in 5 home games. This is a bit again, but other aspect of this inside show. We're still again on paper have the chance to beat them than them getting the draw given other aspects. We're ranked 12th. We've looked at that one. We haven't scored in 2 away games. So this compared to this becomes an issue. Unbeaten in 5 home games, and we haven't scored in 2 away matches, which means again this is again the likelihood of a draw is a bit high really if we're paying attention to that. Chelsea have won the previous 3 matches against Nottingham Forest. Then if this comes into play, you can say, okay, yeah, we'll beat them again. I don't know. Again, Roger, Rodrigo, I'll start with you. Do you pay attention to insights?
No. Especially the last one. That really doesn't matter. Any of these don't really matter. If all right, if there was no World Cup, yes, the bit about not scoring, because obviously that's
Exactly.
really current form. But because there's been a break, so this is a reset. What I'm worried about is if you go to City ground, like Nottingham Forest ground, it's a crazy place. You have to be on your proper A game to get a result there. And I don't know if the players have recovered enough. What I saw in the second half against Bournemouth worried me. I don't think if this was routine Chelsea when we're playing well, I wouldn't worry that much because there's certain element. It doesn't matter if we start well, but it should start. I don't think we're confident enough. Like I think we're still a bit fragile. That if Forest score first, we're in trouble. I don't think we're winning this game. If Forest score first, it depends on how we start the game. We need to start with the correct energy. We need to because they'll be buzzing the Forest fans. So we need to
and overall we need to find a way to keep again. If we have a good start, we need to a way to maintain our form from start to finish and not see it drop. And the manager don't do anything correctly to
keep the ball from them.
Yeah, go ahead.
Them. We need to keep the ball from them for just to calm the game down, and then let's see if we play the way we play, and like it's like a ping pong game in midfield, where it's like a hot potato. You give the ball, you give it away. You give the ball, you give it away. Forest will love that game, and they might get a result. So we need to be careful. I hate playing against teams like this, especially around Christmas. It's just it's not a nice place to go. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's not really. Again, it looks like you know them very well. Roger, coming to you, what type of game do you expect? And also, do you pay attention to the insights? Does it mean anything to you? If not, just move on to telling us the type of game you expect.
Yeah, I totally agree. I don't go, especially with this season being specifically the way it's trended out with the World Cup. These insights, I don't put too much context into it. I believe the keys for success for Chelsea, we have to run the engine, the midfield. That's our engine. We have to keep possession, and we have to have, shall we say, progressive possession, not just passing back to the keeper from a corner. We're going to have to be clinical, and we're going to have to be purposeful with our possession. I want to see people like J5, be creative. I want to see us closing down. I want to see us take this game seriously like it's a cup final, because every game should be played as if it's a cup final, plain and simple. I expect us to dominate possession, and if we don't, then we have serious issues. That means that something is wrong in the midfield, and I'm really high on Zakaria. I really am. I know it's a very small amount of games he's played, but from what I've seen, I like him a lot.
Yes, and same here.
I hope he's going to excel. But I want to see more from J5 being creative, because we should, on paper, dominate this game. On paper, though.
I think, given the structure, you're talking creative in terms of creating chances. If that's what you're saying, in terms of, again, if it is 4-2-3-1 and not 4-3-3, and J5 will be sitting deeper nearly all the time. Again, the chance creation comes from the fluid, but because now if it is 4-2-3-1, you call it the front four, really, given how they rotate, how fluid it is. But let's see.
The pre-assist to the assist.
Sorry?
It could be the pre-assist to the pre-assist to the assist.
Yeah, and he can also get assists from deep. He's done that before. It depends. If these guys have a high line, then again, if they play a very high line, then the likelihood of Jorginho getting an assist is very high, because he can see that if you make the run, he can actually pick you up. And you could argue his assist numbers should be doubled by now had the attackers he created chances for put them away. I don't know if maybe they don't expect him to get it correctly, but let's see what happens. Aston Villa also have 2 Champions League. Is that true too?
No.
Okay, but we're here to talk about Chelsea. They have one. A lot of English clubs have this big history, really. Aston Villa is bigger than PSG. Okay, Kimso. Kimso, we already signed a right-back defender, Czech Fab. He's not a right-back, really. Left centre-back, if anything. How would you play such a tall guy in the right-back position? If he runs 10 times, you have a serious injury problem on your side. Finally, offensive football at Chelsea since Carlo Ancelotti, really. Luis Garcia. But that's, by the way, Ty, quickly, since you have your mic can be muted easily, we have just about 3 minutes to round up. Your thoughts, what type of game are you looking forward to? Roger, did I ask you that question already?
Affirmative, you did, sir.
Okay, Ty, thank you. So what type of game are you expecting, really?
I'm expecting an intense game from Nottingham Forest. They need the points, and it won't be easy. At least I don't think it'll be easy. We will on paper, like Roger was saying, dominate, probably have the ball most of the time. But I think the issue is if we're able to withstand the pressure. So we have to hope that we see the same thing that we saw, but in the first half against Bournemouth, where our midfield was not as shaky. They were able to move the ball from Jorginho going to Mount and then going to and creating chances. But we have to win the game, like Kimzo just said. So it's important, and I have a little concern because whenever we need to win games after we have these advantages from other teams dropping points, I don't know if it's hearing that and then complacency kicks in and then we don't perform as we should. I'm not sure, but I think that it'll be a good game, and I'm hoping that we'll win.
All right, thank you so much, Ty, for saying that. Bobby, do you have anything to add, or should we just call it a day? For me, I don't think it will be as easy as it is on paper. I think it will be a difficult one. I still think we'll win, but I'm not sure what the outcome will be. So, Bobby, if you don't have time, I think we'll call it a day. I know you're not into predictions also, but if you have a minute to tell us the type of game you expect, fine. If not, we'll call it a day. With the poll, which asks the question, what do you think the outcome of the game will be? 90% says 2-0 Chelsea, 0-2 draw, 0 says again it will be 1-1 draw, 0% says 2-2 draw, and 10% thinks it will be a Nottingham Forest win. Okay, we'll see what happens there. But we need to win this one also.
Clean sheet, coach.
Sorry?
Clean. I'm looking for a clean sheet.
Yeah, again, hopefully Zakaria gets the job done for us today. Again, he was brilliant in terms of reading the game and breaking up opposition play. And again, please see you guys again during the Watch Along show. It will be in this particular channel. And also, if you can join us after again the first half to analyze what went on at the events during the first half, I'd really appreciate that. Thank you, guys. Thank you to everybody in the chat. Follow Kimso, and everyone else. And if I did not mention your name, apologies again. I'm only human. I will try to see you guys when the Watch Along show starts. Thank you so much. God bless us all, and bye.
Cheers.
Cheers.